Hi, I'm Suzie Newcome. I'm a 31-year resident of Bend, and thank you for listening to these items, the topics I know you weren't ready to think about tonight, but we did feel like they were very important to address before they're brought up for the first reading of the law on November 20th. So the updates include adding the words income qualified housing allowed outright within the public facilities zone. That is the zone and the only zone that protects our public parks, our schools, and our open spaces, our historic open spaces. And we're being told that there's some kind of a mandate to make this change. And I've read these laws, and I encourage you, please do this, in Senate Bill 8 and the subsequent legislation. There is no mandate to change our local regulations in this way. In fact, I called up State Representative Ken Helm. He had served as an independent hearings officer for a Type 3 zone change we had here a few years back around Troy Field. He recommended against it, and we blocked that zone change on Troy Field successfully. And he said, on all the housing work we've done over the past few years, the legislature is careful not to be as prescriptive as the city seems to be claiming. It would be politically not viable with the League of Oregon Cities to do so. So the legislature is not saying we have to change our laws. As Tom mentioned, not all the public facilities lands meet the requirements of Senate Bill 8 or the other legislation. Some of these lands are privately owned and not by nonprofits. Some of these lands are constrained by land use regulations based upon statewide land use planning goals relating to natural resources, including air, water, land, or natural areas. So if they plunk this income housing allowed outright, it could put in jeopardy protected natural areas, including those around Drake Park, Shovelin Park, you name it. Thank you so much for rejecting these word changes.